this is Elizabeth with Mad for Macrame, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet these little puff flowers. I think they make a cute addition to a basket or even on a wall hanging. For supplies, you'll need a 7mm hook, scissors, a tapestry needle, and for cord, I'm using Bobbiny's 3mm braided. I like this smaller size for any smaller project. These flowers only require about 3 yards. To begin, we're going to start by making the magic ring. And when you make the magic ring, leave your tail facing down in your hand and wrap that cord around 3 fingers. Flip your hand over and on the back side create an X. I like to use my pinky to hold that X in place. Now with your crochet hook, you want to go underneath this first piece of cord, and I'm using a 7mm. So you go underneath this first piece of cord, hook the second one, and pull it underneath. Now twist your hook away from you. That will create a loop on your hook. With the same hand that's holding the hook, you can pinch the magic ring and that loop all together right here at the base and let your hand go. Grab your working cord and you need to chain 1 to lock it in place. And that will create the magic ring. I like to keep my tail untangled. This makes it a little easier at the end to pull it tight. Now this can be a bit tricky, like I said, so let's do it one more time. Okay, you're going to leave that tail facing down, and you can hold it in place with your thumb. Wrap the cord around 3 fingers, and then on the back side of your hand, make an X. Go underneath that first piece of cord, hook the second, and pull it underneath. Now twist away from you, and instead of letting go, I'm just going to chain 1. So this second piece of cord we're holding with our pinky, wiggle it up on your hook and pull through. Now you can untangle your tail, and now we're ready to begin stitching. I like to pull the ring to the left, and you're going to stitch around the tail and the ring. For each one of these petals, we're going to make cluster stitches or puff stitches. So yarn over, and then you're going to insert your hook in the ring, pull up a loop, make sure you stretch that loop up, and we're going to do that 3 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull up a loop, 2, yarn over, and insert your hook in the ring, loop, and the last one, yarn over again, insert your hook in the ring, and pull up a loop. Now to lock this in place, we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on our hook. Make sure your hook is facing down. We need to slip stitch on the top. So yarn over and pull through that loop on your hook. And that's our first petal. I like to tighten these stitches as I work and make sure the tail isn't twisted around the ring. That just makes it easier later when we tighten it up. Each one of these flowers has 5 petals. So we'll make that little puff stitch and then we'll place a slip stitch in the ring. And we'll make 5 total. Let's work on our second one. So we need to make a slip stitch, insert in the ring and pull through. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring again, pull up a loop. We're going to do this 4 times. 2, and 3. One more. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. Now we make a slip stitch on top. Make sure our tail isn't tangled and our stitches are nice and tight. And then we place another slip stitch in the ring. And we're ready for our third petal. So again, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop 4 times. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. Make a slip stitch on top. Pull everything together. Now slip stitch in the ring. I'm going to make 2 more petals, making sure to place that slip stitch in between each one. Make sure you place another slip stitch after you make that last petal. Now it's all even. At this point, you can go ahead and clip your cord. We can go ahead and pull our hook out and pull that cord all the way through. Now to get that center closed, you need to pull on the tail. It's pretty tight now, but one good tug on this tail should tighten everything up because we kept that tail from being tangled up as we worked. Here we go. Now basically you just weave in the ends and you're finished. One trick that I found, when you weave in your tail, if your center isn't completely closed, you can weave that tail under each one of the stitches on the back side, pulling that center a little tighter. That will help close it up. When you're finished, go ahead and clip off any excess. Now for the other tail. You're not making an invisible close or closing it underneath one of the top stitches. You want to bring it down the center where those 2 petals meet, where we made that slip stitch. So weave it in between the petals on the back side and then clip off any excess cord. Our puff flower is complete. I did want to show you another way. If you want your flower to hang on something, like on the mirror of your car, I think that would look really cute, or use it as a door hanger. When you're weaving in your tails, make sure to weave them where they're close together, and then you can tie a knot. That will hold everything in place. Now using those two pieces of cord, you can pull them nice and even and tie a little knot in the top. And if you want this longer, just start with a longer tail. And there we go. Now you have a hanging flower. Flip off this end piece here. I think that's really cute. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!